Today, I'm going to take you through my process of turning a cauldron into a lemon cauldron. So I actually already have this made from the Squishy Witch pattern test, and I just had to cut out the original baubles and the layer on top. So I follow her pattern pretty closely, except I turned the baubles for the bubbles and baubles into yellow. So I did a color change, which created a chaos mass in the back, but I just worked as I went. I also had to keep measuring. I did need to add a few extra rows. I don't know if it was the difference in yarn, but I just kind of kept working until I was satisfied, and especially because they were going to be lemons and not bubbles, I had to make sure they were in strategic places. Now come the details like leaves, and I do have to thank Chubs and Dre Crochet, Kelsey, because she was a really good sounding board for how these guys could look like lemons, because at some point they just look like blobs. And so I added some very small leaves to the top, and then came the problem of the eyes. And so I actually used really small safety eyes and glue, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a melted feel. And so I didn't want those eyes perfect on the top. You'll actually notice as I put the lines for the mouths that not all of the mouths are perfect, and that is the goal. So you have this cauldron of lemons and they're slowly melting and morphing into into bubbles. And that is the vibe that I was going for with these little guys. And here again, we have a chaos mass of yarn at the back because of all those color changes and details. So I sewed it on, and here is our final look. I love how it turned out. I was really worried that they would look like blobs, but the detailing and how big the baubles are, which was from the original pattern, I think it really worked out. It really worked well. Overall, I really do love this pattern by the Squishy Witch. I highly recommend it, and I would love to see more mods. Like, what else could people do besides bubbles in a cauldron? I just think it's so cool. So give us a like, give us a comment, and I hope you enjoyed watching this process.